What's up guys, welcome back for another YgoPro duel video. New zombie support was revealed earlier today. It's already up on YgoPro, so let's try it out. 3 new cards have been revealed from the new structure deck R, I believe. Again, previously, at least in the past, those cards have been great for competitive play, so again I have high hopes for these new zombie card series. The first one here is like a huge boss monster of the deck, the Spirit King. I'm not going to butcher its first name, but the Spirit King, it's a level 8, it's an okay effect. Well, it's definitely good. I mean, when it's in your graveyard and you have a field spell on your side of the field, preferably of course something like Zombie World, well, you definitely want Zombie World. You can special summon your Spirit King from your graveyard during the standby phase, and that counts during both players' standby phases indeed. And as soon as like a zombie monster on the field activates its effect, so let's keep in mind Zombie World needs to be on your side of the field in order, you know, instead of like your opponent activating a monster effect, then you can use your Spirit King's effect, and it has 2 effects: either banish something from either player's graveyard or banish something from the field. Again, superb to interrupt any of your opponent's plays. Very solid. It can be sent from your deck to the graveyard with something like Beatrice. It's also searchable off of your summon sorceress, so again she's quite important here, as you will see in a couple of moments. The new level 4, your Banshee, is okay. Can banish itself from either on your side of the field or from your graveyard to immediately activate a zombie world from your hand or deck. Again, preferably from your deck. The last one, the Necronize, is pretty much like a Change of Heart-alike card with a grave effect. There's a small cost of your Necronize, your Change of Heart. It can only be activated when there's like a level 5 or higher zombie-type monster on your side of the field, which isn't that hard, again, with Uni-Zombies built-in level upgrade effect, or again, with Zombie World. Let's say your opponent has a strong boss monster, a synchro monster, with levels, of course, on his side of the field. Level 5 or higher, you can still activate it, so it counts for both players, your Necronize. Also a grave effect that you can send back one of your banished zombies back to the deck to immediately set it. So again, that's quite good to potentially use it later in the duel, right? So again, high hopes for this new archetype, or at least for these new cards. Apologies from the new structure deck. Currently 43 cards in the main deck, that's a bit too much, but it's hard to drop cards from the main deck, as you're seeing here. I took my build I used previously, but cards like Vendread Core and the level 8 Vendread Ritual Monster isn't in the main deck, and those cards are somewhat needed for Vendreads, right? The other Vendread cards like the Field Spell, also Vendread Charge, I'm not a huge fan of those cards, but again, feel free to add them. This is one of the, you know, like a very easy 2-card combination, again, leading into Beatrice, and Beatrice can tutor both your new cards. First of all, important, sending the level 4, banish itself to, you know, activate the Field Spell from your graveyard, so now everything on the field is a zombie type, right? Everything will be considered being a zombie, and important during the opponent's draw phase or standby phase, that's not too important. Use Beatrice's, well, effect, right, to send back, at least to send your Spirit King, your big zombie, your new boss monster from your deck to the graveyard, to immediately use its standby phase effect and, you know, pretty much threaten your opponent during his turns. Is again Zombie World on the field, so as soon as like a monster effect activates, you can potentially banish something from the from your opponent, or banish something from their graveyard, so again interrupting any of their plays. Superb, fantastic card. Another example, again, the opponent starting off, I think is going to end with, what is it called? I forgot the name. The full armored, I believe, double full armored. That's all good. Boral Sword is definitely one of those answers, generic answers in the extra deck for threats like that. But again, my opening hand is, I guess it's okay, but again, drawing, that's still the biggest weakness of Vendreads, is drawing multiple, like, clocked either ritual spells or ritual monsters, right? Well, then again, the spells aren't that threatening, since you can just send any Vendread ritual monster from your deck to the graveyard. graveyard with Unizombie or Gozuki or something like that. So again, very similar to the first turn combination, and there's where the Vendreads rituals again shine, sending those Foolish Burial, those extra Vendread monsters to keep Link climbing into, I think, one of my only outs to get rid of a double full armored here with, you know, the Burl Sword indeed, and having a Transient, at least the impermanence, as a nice backup can definitely help. Banish the ritual spell, so Ravendread Slayer will be still be on my side of the field indeed. Icarus attack will destroy both monsters, both are considered being zombie type, but yeah, no ritual spell in the graveyard indeed for protection. But Soul Charge is still OP as hell, and yeah, you know, you can just establish your board and finish it off next turn, right? Again, going for Beatrice, setting up, and that's cool, very similar to something like Breakthrough Skill. Just send it to the graveyard and then potentially reuse it later here with your Change of Heart. For zombies, you can definitely do the same thing, right? Again, threatening your opponent next turn. A very similar opening move to the first tool, again having the pre-preparation of rights. And that's something why I want to put this deck at 40 cards again, giving me more chances of drawing those power spells. But then again, that increases the chances, well, not by a lot, but a small percentage of drawing those multiple rituals or clocked zombie worlds or something like that, since you still want to have your zombie world field spell being in the deck and searchable off of your Banshee, right? Well, somewhat similar to the opening move earlier, but the small difference here, all small, is going for at least upgrade to Summon Sorceress as well. So again, you can definitely have the option if you're having access to Summon Sorceress. This gives you again the Beatrice play with, you know, the level 4 sent to the graveyard to search the field spell, and during your opponent's turn the level 8 zombie monster indeed to interrupt any of your opponent's plays. Your Ghost Ogre will pop one of the spells, eventually trigger the, because you know the monster effect was activated, the zombie monster effect was activated, so triggering the level 8 by banishing his Blackwing, and now the Whirlwind will fizzle, since again there is no Blackwing monster on his side of the field to you know, look at the attack points and get another search against what is it called, Thunder Dragon Invoked Shenanigans. I mean, this is one of the best decks coming out soon. Well, it's pretty much out in the OCG already, but you know, the Invoked deck is already heavily hit in the OCG, but still, this deck is so good. I mean, you can go for the Link one, your Link Alistair, and backed up with something like Makaba and the super, at least your super bot, I believe, the Fusion Thunder King. That's so strong, and as you've probably already seen, Sky Striker is still the most dominant deck in the OCG, and the pretty much a deck searches everything. So if you have like the Super Bolt Fusion against your opponent, against the Sky Striker deck, you're in a very good position, right? Zombie World on the field can definitely at least somewhat puts that particular deck to a halt. It makes all of the Thunder monsters being a zombie, so it somewhat hinders him of going for something like the Fusion, right? I do have the Change of Heart here in my hand. It's live, since again he does have the BLS, which is level 5 or higher zombie monster with the Zombie World on the field, but I thought, well, let's keep it. This again, I wasn't able to push for a game, or, well, again, go for a game or establish a big board or something like that, so I didn't see a reason to use the Change of Heart just yet. Maybe I should have, again, since it's reusable. Yeah, I probably should have done that, right, since again I would have been able to just set it back again, but here I think, as you're seeing here, it didn't really matter that much. He had enough fuel to potentially go for the OTK during his turn. The last example again against Thunder Invoked Shenanigans, again going first, a big card investment here, but it's for the good cause, again going for the, what's it called, the Link zombie monster. Eventually go for Battle Lord as well. I like Battle Lord at 2, since you can send a second copy from your deck to the graveyard with the quote-unquote Vendread Shuttle Fusion alike card, right? So that's good. Again, going for Summon Sorceress, very similar to, I believe, the third tool, having access to Summon Sorceress, and of course Beatrice Omega, the golden duo again for this deck, which, you know, Beatrice setting up the level 4 for Zombie World, and during your opponent's turn the level 8 King. Again, yeah, with Omega, you know, you can potentially interrupt any of your opponent's plays here. Okay, that's all good. Thunder Dragon, okay, that's all cute. Going for the Fusion, the Thunder Super, well, yeah, you know, the Thunder King alike monster, but eventually a monster effect was activated. I'm not really sure which one here in this case, but was it the Thunder Dragon in hand, was able to banish his own Super Bolt, and now I can just establish a very delicious big board. Battle Lord will use its Shockmaster effect. And now, this is definitely enough to attack for game. So I'm definitely excited for this new zombie support. More zombie support will be revealed. I believe it was a Red Eyes as well. A Red Eyes Synchro Monster on the cover of the new structure deck. So again, I'm anxiously awaiting that new support. But first thoughts, definitely very solid. Again, searchable off of Beatrice, the foolish burial effects off of her zombie monsters, and the fact that it's quite easy to get the field spell on the field. And well, maybe keep it on the field makes this new boss monster, your Spirit King, quite good and a big threat, right? Okay, guys, that's it. Thanks for watching and feel free to leave a comment or a like if you enjoyed the video. Lithium signing out. Peace.